Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for American Horror Story Season, Season 7, Episode 2. Don't be afraid of the dark. Of course, this is cult. And I just wanted to make it very clear. This show, I'm definitely not going to do my long reviews like I normally do. I'm just going to focus on some main points in chronological order for the most part. So the episode starts off with Allie. She's freaking out because it's like, oh my god, the clown's in the bedroom. She runs downstairs and she convinces Ivy that, oh my god, the clown's there. So they go and run upstairs and they're with a knife. They're checking everywhere. The clown isn't there. As we know, was the clown there? Yes. You can't tell me that clown isn't real. You can't tell me that clown isn't real. I think we already know that the clowns are real, and it's just that clearly it's a huge conspiracy currently going on. Clearly Kai and Winter are in a cult, and they're in a clown cult, and it almost feels like the purge is almost happening. That's what it kind of feels like to me. So Ivy lets it be known that she can't handle this mess anymore. She can't handle Allie constantly going and thinking that these things are happening. And then, to make matters worse, now it's not just Allie. Now it's their son Oz who's seeing the clowns. And when I saw Twisty, I said, wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Like, something's off here. Why is Twisty alive? What's really going on? Is Twisty an illusion? Is Twisty real? That's the part that I don't get. But, because this show's good to putting ghosts in all of them. So, Oz is bugging out, and they go wake him up, and he's in his bedroom, because originally he ran over the house, he ran to the bathroom, and the clowns, they broke everything, got in there, and that's why I'm like, okay, is he having a dream, or are they kidnapping him and putting him back in the bed? We don't know. We just know that his mom's found him. And right now he's favoring Ivy because he wants stability. And right now he's not going to get anything like that from Allie. And Allie, throughout the entire episode, she realizes that, oh no, her son doesn't trust her to protect him or be that protective force that she should be. We see on the TV that Kai, again, it looks like, Kai, his plan worked. I don't know if he used new neighbors. Yes, there's new neighbors that moved into the Chang's houses already. And their storyline's a complete mess. I don't know if they're working with Kai. They could be, because they're sketchy. They're sketchy. Very sketchy. They're saying, oh, it's crazy how it's unsafe everywhere nowadays, and people are just going to do whatever. Kai provoked those Hispanic people in order to go and get them to beat him up so that he could go and play victim. We already knew that. We knew that. I called that out last week. And Allie's looking at the TV like, wait a minute, that's the same dude that threw the coffee on us. Oh, he's trash. Don't believe him. Anywho, she sees that they have new neighbors. And the new neighbors, they're rolling in these barrels. I'm thinking, okay, the barrels probably have the clown costumes in them. Or maybe that's where they go and hide out, and then they go out of the barrels. Or maybe that's where they preserve dead bodies, because he's a bee farmer? Is that what you call it? Whatever it's called. He has bees and the honeycomb so that they can make the honey, and maybe the barrels are filled with honey with dead people. I don't know. But Allie, she's curious, she's nosy, she goes over to try and see. One of her neighbors, her new neighbor, sees her, so then she goes running, acting like, no, it's fine. Ivy is at work trying to get things done, but they have a problem because, well, actually both of them are there, but the main issue is that we see the head chef, if you will. He is bigoted, he is prejudiced, he is racist. He doesn't like the fact that he's like, okay, because Ivy isn't there, she has some new responsibilities, I'm going to be taking over. So here's what's not going to happen anymore. For example, you're not going to speak that Spanish. We're going to speak English. You're not going to speak that Spanish over here. So then they started to speak it anyway, and I forgot what he said. He was like, I don't want to hear that ish. And the guy was like, excuse me? It's like, yeah, you and you people need to stop talking that mess. When you're in here, you speak American, you speak English. I'm with him like, oh God. So then he was going and banging on stuff, provoking a fight. So when the guy has a knife, it's like, look, you're not going to play that mess on me. He was like, oh, so now you threaten me? Now you're threatening me? Oh. And here goes Allie. She breaks it up like, look, we're not going to do that. The guy's like, you need to fire him. You need to fire him. She said, I'm not going to fire a minority right now in this racial climate. What's wrong with you? What are you thinking? And he didn't do anything wrong. I saw that. Winter somehow, she needs to die. She needs to die. I get it. She was earmuffs on, Chanel number something. Chanel number something on Scream Queens, but she needs to die because I can't with this character. The issue is, aside from her character being trash, she's trying to influence this young child, Oz, and trying to turn him into her brother. I already see it, and I'm over it. So Oz is talking to her about how he's afraid because she was like, oh, I see you throwing shade. You're being good for me the cold shoulder. What's good? Oz, what's good? Oz lets her know, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm still having the bad dreams. She said, so then she does the whole pinky thing that she does with Kai. And they're connected. They're one. You can't tell me any lies. So then he's telling her again, like I said, he's afraid. So then she says, okay, we're going to go and take care of that. You're going to place all of your fear and all of that onto me. Since they do have new neighbors, Allie and Ivy, they go over there. And they have to. They have no choice because Winter comes back without Oz. Again, she's trash. So she leaves. She's supposed to be babysitting, and yet she leaves a child with the neighbors because, oh, they seem like nice people. And the neighbors around these bees, literal bees. And so the moms are freaking out. They go over there, and the neighbor's like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. The woman said, oh, do you want to come inside? Yeah, do you want to come inside? Because I can't be out here for too long. I said, oh, you have a skin condition? Is everything okay? Autoimmune issue? What's going on there? But then the guy talks about how, oh, at the end of the day, the bees, they won't harm you. And it was this roundabout way of, all right, so it's kind of weird that you guys are here, even though people got killed. Oh, yeah, about the killings. Yeah. That was weird, but we had some bankruptcy issues. And so when we contacted the owners, and it was like, oh, wait, the Changs didn't own here? No. And so the owners willingly, of course, because of the situation, went and transferred the lease to us, ownership to us. So it was a quick done deal. It was like, okay, cool. Do you guys want to come in? Because I just came to the sun right now. So then they go inside and they start to have a conversation. Apparently, you think that they're a regular married couple. No. The guy, he's gay, and he's in a relationship with his best friend. So it's one of those situations where, some people tell themselves and tell their friends, oh, if you don't find anyone, and if I don't find anyone within a certain period of time, then we're going to just go and link up and get married and all of that. That's what happened with them. And in real life, they're definitely they're weird because originally they're talking about, oh yeah, of course lesbians is great, one must be the really, sensitive motherly one. Okay, that's you, Allie, and then there's one who's a fixer. That's Ivy. Great. Good with the property value. See, I knew we chose a great neighborhood. I knew it. And they kind of put their whole life story out there, which makes Allie and Ivy comfortable-esque, but Allie was already thrown off because she saw the honeycombs and those holes, and they know what they're doing because they had that sound, and I instantly just started to itch, and oh, it's still happening again. Jesus, stop. Anyway, so they go back there. I'm thinking, okay, Winter should have been fired by now, but apparently she's not. And Allie's saying they're weird. They have these barrels and they seem honest. No, they seem forthcoming, but maybe that's the front. I'm thinking, yeah, that's exactly what it is, sweetie. That's exactly what it is. Allie doesn't think so. No, Ivy doesn't think so. Ivy's just happy that, they seem pretty cool. But that doesn't matter because Oz is still afraid. He's still afraid. He wants to sleep in his parents' bed. And then the sounds went off at the restaurant. And because of the fact that Allie's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now, Oz would rather be he feels safe with Ivy. And Allie realized that. So then she said, okay, instead of you going, I'll go to the restaurant. And go, oh God, horrible idea. She goes to the restaurant. She keeps hearing these sounds after she turns off the security system, thinking, why would you check them out? So you go and freak out about clothes, and yet you think to actually go and search for where these sounds are coming from? So she goes into the freezer where all the meat are, and there goes the head chef slash manager. He's basically, hooked into one of the meat hooks, and he's dying. He wasn't dead yet, which is what we find out, but she's freaking out like, oh my God. So someone killed him, and a little bit later, or like a week or two later, guess who comes in? Allie's doctor. He comes in, and it was partially at the request of Ivy, because Ivy set it up. She's like, oh no, I'll just be in the garden, you two talk. Said, oh yeah, Ivy's really slick. Well, I wanted to come and check you out because you haven't been to a couple of my sessions, and I know you're going through a manic stage right now. And she said, yeah, it's just like with everything after the election and all of that. And I'm thinking, you didn't vote for Hillary, so this is still partially your fault. That's why I have no sympathy for you. Get over yourself. Get over it and move on. And this is where we find out that the guy who was, one of the people who worked at a restaurant who ended up being killed, he was alive when Allie found him. The issue was that she was trying to save him and trying to unhook him, but then she inadvertently killed him, and that weighs a lot on her. So then she didn't feel safe. She wanted to protect her family. She went to the neighbors, and the neighbors talked about how, they're afraid Obama was going to take all their guns and somehow, roll back one of the amendments, the right to bear arms. So then they went and stockpiled on guns, and I realized, okay. So either they're definitely a part of the clown crew, or they're going to try and kill the clowns. Either way, they're involved with the clowns somehow. You can't tell any different. And she's hiding this gun. She doesn't want Ivy to know, and she tells her doctor, look, you can't say anything to her. I know. When Ivy wants to know what's going on, he said, look, there's something for you to worry about right now. A little bit later, yeah, but not right now. Excuse me. Oh, what happens next? Where do I want to go with this? I'm thinking, why would... Allie is the last person that should have a gun. We already know that. She's cooked for Cocoa Puffs. She is the last person that should have a gun. And then, here comes Kai. And Kai comes knocking at the door. He pretends like he doesn't recognize her. It's like, oh, I apologize. Oh, it was an accident. And he's trying to go and... because she came to the door with a knife. Because that's how paranoid Allie is. And he realizes it and says, you know what, I was attacked. I just want to make us safe from the illegals. I want to get them out of here. And she's looking at him like, you're crazy. You're cuckoo. I know your M.O. And he was talking about how, it's like 46% of illegal immigrants are responsible for this percentage of crime or that percentage of crime. And no, it was like illegal immigrants are responsible for 46% of crime. I said, what? Where? He said, oh, on Facebook. That's why I'm on Facebook. Anyway, That's why I'm not actively using Facebook. Anyway, Allie was over it, but he got her when he realized, oh yeah, so you're saying you feel safe, but you're the same one who brought a knife to the door just to answer the door. No, tell me how safe you feel. She goes and closes the door on him. They had to go and remove all of the product and at the restaurant because obviously someone died in there, cost them a lot of money. And the guy who was originally arguing with the guy who got killed, what was his name, Pedro, is the guy who's still alive as of now. The police originally were questioning him because they wanted a murder suspect. So they were trying to profile this poor guy. And he was like, oh yeah, he had an argument? You said that he threatened to kill him? I said, no. He was defending himself because the other guy was the aggressor. I said, okay. So what is his status here in, what is his status here in the U.S.? No. What? Yeah, what was his status? She said, he's American. You ignorant mother bleeper. He's American. American. And that took me for, oh, Jesus. So while all that's going on, Winter's still being trashed. The power goes out. No. Before that happens, Winter makes some moves on Allie and convinces her to take a bath to feel better. Then, gives her some touch and feely stuff. Starts rubbing her in the bath. They almost make out. The power goes out. And then she starts freaking out. The neighbor comes to the door, says, it's because, oh yeah, it's the illegals, it's North Korea, it's all of them. They're taking over. Who knows how long the power will be out. And I know someone who's in charge of the grid. And for it to go out like this, it's insane. And this, that, and the third, stay safe. She's like, no, stay here, protect me. Winter went and left as well because she cared more about her physical possessions than Allie or Oz. And I said, so Winter doesn't need to come back. Like, are you stupid or are you dumb? Winter doesn't need to come back. This girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Of course, Allie calls Ivy and says, I need help. There's too much going on. I'm freaking out. The world's ending. My phone's going to die. So then Ivy asks Pedro, can you go and get this box of stuff to Allie? And I already knew that was going to be a mess. So now Allie has a gun. She's running around. Thankfully, she was brave enough to go and get her son, go upstairs and deflect the clowns. And she saw that the power was actually cut. The cords were cut in the fuse box. She's freaking out. She tells Oz she has to go outside and run with her, until they find help. And then she sees someone at the door. As soon as she opens it, shoots it, and it's Pedro. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. This chick.